there are some questions in which they ask you to correct the resolution given. For all this question, you just see the question, the overview of the question, don't read the entire question, and you get an idea about what resolution are they talking about. Then first check whether they have passed the right resolution, that is whether they have passed a board or whether they have passed a general meeting resolution, or whether it is right in that particular manner, and what is the type of approval which they are seeking for. So just see, is there any errors in this aspect. Then start drafting your own resolution, so that automatically you can get the errors rectified. Without seeing that, you create your own resolution, because once you see that, automatically you also tend to write the same way the resolution. So you have a standard format for yourself, like say put the resolved word in capital letter. Then you say, you have various ways to write. One of the ways you say resolved as ordinary resolution or resolved as special resolution. This is one way. Or you say resolved if it requires government approval, which you which you are yet to get. So resolved subject to approval of central government, so and so. This is one way. Or it's not a prior approval, but it is a government approval. So in that, sometimes it may be that, or it may be a prior government approval. So you can say resolved having obtained the approval of central government. So there is no particular way to draft the resolution, but you can use these techniques. And you can say, if you are writing resolved as ordinary resolution, or you can put even slightly different this way, resolved subject to approval of shareholders in the general meeting held next. So this way also you can draft. So if you are drafting this way, you try to follow this with and according to sections, if you know the section, or according to the provisions of Companies Act 1956 and rules and regulations made thereunder. Then you come to the provision. Say for example, if it's a sole selling agent provision appointment, so you say first you have to try recollecting the provisions immediately. Now you have to think who can be appointed, an individual or a partnership firm or a company. So you can choose any of this person. Then you have to describe the person, and you have to immediately recollect what is the term of appointment. The term of appointment should not exceed 5 years. You say for a period of 5 years with effect from so and so date. So you try recollecting all the provisions and create a line for that also, thereby your resolution is developed. Then you come to the next paragraph of the resolution, you say resolve further that you appoint a person, like say a company secretary of the company. You have to name a person and say the designation. Company secretary or managing director of the company, you authorized to file the respective forms. If you know the forms right, like E form, you have Roman 1, Roman 2, and in case if special resolution is required for appointment of sole selling agent, you also include E form 23. And you can also include resolve further that the company shall enter into an agreement with the sole selling agent, and for which also you have to file E form 23, because certain agreements also requires E form 23. So you make sure you write all these things, so when automatically you compare this resolution with the thing they gave you, you can find the faults. This is the easier way by which you now know to draft a resolution also, and you now know to find a fault from the resolution given also.